Okay, hello everyone. We are two ladies. Today we are going to introduce the Hapag Lloyd, the final report, and I'm leading, she also leading. Yeah. So first, let's talk about the previous review. And when we talk about the Hapag Lloyd, about the previous report, we aim to provide a system analysis about the Hapag Lloyd. He is one of the world's leading container ship companies. He also has the first review the history of development, core business activity, and the cooperate skills, as well as the vision and the mission. So in order to the Hapag Lloyd's position and the role with the global shipping industry, and the next we report the extend the business philosophy and the organizational the structure. So finally, we also talk about the industry competition, the perspective. But today, we will focus on the report, the Hapag Lloyd's industry competitive the strategy and the diversity and the investment strategy and the overall conclusion and the management recommendations. So here is our content. The first one is an analysis of the Hapag Lloyd's industry competitive strategies and the Hapag Lloyd's diversification investment, and the last one is the conclusion and the recommendations. Okay. The first one we will talk about the cost leadership strategies and the diversion strategy and the concentration strategy. So we talk about Hapag Lloyd's. We also adopt a cost leadership strategy by emphasizing the operational efficiency, economies of scale, and the strict cost control to maintain a competitive cost structure in the global container shipping industry. So we rather than the competing sort of on the price, and the company combines the cost efficiency with the service reliability and to achieve the sustainable profitability. So you can see here is the four strategy. The first one is economy of the scales. A key pillar of the Hapag Lloyd is the cost leadership strategy, which through the fleet invention and the strategy, the measure and the participation in global shipping alliance. So the company is able to improve the ratio and to face the cost across the large cargo and the value as the reduce the average the cost per containers. And the second one is operational and the digitalization. We also emphasize the digital booking platforms and the automatic documentation and optimize the route plan. We help the reduce the cost to improve the process and lower transportation costs. And the third, we also have the fleet modernization and the fuel efficiency. So we talk about the fleet modernizations, invest in large and more fuel efficient vessels. We combine with the slow steam practice, reduce the fuel waste, which is the critical to the high share of the fuel in shipping operations. And the last one, we also cost the centralize and to management, the strict cost stabilize and centralize the management further support the Hapag Lloyd's core leadership. Okay, last one. Yeah, you guys talk about the division, the strategies, also have the four strategies. The first one, we talk about the service, reliability, the network qualities. So the service and reliability is the key differentiator of our companies through the schedule, industry, global network coverage, and the consistent service the platform. The company position has the defense carrier for the global shippings. And the second one, we have the customer and the value add service. Hapag Lloyd is very different itself through the customer oriented solution, including the specialized cargo service like reefer, dangerous goods, and the project cargos. We also have the customized the logistics solution and the digital customer support. And the third one is digitalization and the inventions. So digital transportation is a very, very important pillar of our company's differential strategies. like digital booking platform, real-time cargo trading, and the data-driven decision to emphasize the transportation, the convenience, and our customers' experience. And the last one is the sustainability and the ESG differentiation. Investment in lower emission vessels, alternative fuels, and the ESG operation appeal to environment, the conservation, and our customers, and suffer the long-term competition in our company, our employees. Okay. So next one, we concentrate the strategy. Also have the four strategy. We focus on the core trade lanes, and our company, our major is west and the north-south trade lanes that generate stable and the high cargo value by the core routes, and the companies improve network efficiency and the strategy is competitive precision in key global corridors. And the second one, we focus on the specific cargo segment. The company, our company, Hapag Lloyd, also apply a very focused strategy to specialize the cargo segment, such as reefer cargo, dangerous goods, and the project cargo. We talk about the project cargo. It's very heavy and oversized cargo. These segments require advanced experience, strict companies, and the trade service, allowing our company to differentiate within a select cargo service. And the third one is customer and the concentrated focus. And Hapag Lloyd also focus on the long-term concentrate relationship with the key customers such as multiple shippers and large logistics providers. So this selects the customer focus on enhanced demand stability and reduce the exports to our key strategies. And the last one, we also have the resource on the concentrations. So it's very supposed by the focus resource, the priority, the access, technology, and the human resource towards the market and the strategy segment to maximize the returns. Okay, so next one, now Lily will talk about the analysis and local Lloyd, the differentiation and investments.
Thank you, Lily. Good morning, teacher. Good morning, class. Today, we will talk about our second section, analysis of Hapag Lloyd diversification investment. In this section, we divide it into three parts. The first one, we will talk about the vertical, and the second one is horizontal, and the last one is concentric. Now we will talk about the vertical. It's the main idea about the from sea to the land, and it's driven by the need to control the supply chain and mitigate the volatility of freight rates by owning the infrastructure. Why we talk about that? Because in the past, Hapag Lloyd spent their money just on ship and containers. However, the COVID-19 pandemic and the global supply chain problem changed everything. So the problem is that when the port was contracted, even the big company like Hapag Lloyd, they will become the hostage to be the port owner. They had to wait, and they have no control over the situation. And Hapag Lloyd, they created a solution. What is that? This means Hapag Lloyd created a new company called Hapag Global Terminals in 2023. And this company, they will manage all the port strategies they built around the world. And our strategic value is that only the ports help Hapag Lloyd change from variable cost to fixed cost. And when they move many containers, their profits per TEU increases because they don't have to pay the outside service fees anymore. Let's talk a little bit about the Hapag Global Terminals. By owning the stakes in 22 terminals, Hapag Lloyd secures priority berthing and stabilized terminal handling charges, which typically account for 25 to 30% of total operating. Now please take a look at video. By the video, you can see the detail in the handstand. And as on the screen you can see, we have the 22 terminal. It's widen our network. It helps us working more efficiency and reduce the waiting time. With the in-clan integrate, in this one, Hapag Lloyd has shipped from port to port through door-to-door services. How to do that? We create direct control. Hapag Lloyd now is buying the local trucking and rail companies to control the journey from factory to the door. It's not just port to port. We providing a simple booking for our customer using the quick quotes tool. Customer will get one price for the entire ship with just one click. And real-time tracking with IoT and big data centers of 100% of their containers. Hapag Lloyd provides live updates on the location and temperature, even while the goods are on the truck. By providing the door-to-door services, Hapag Lloyd capture value at the last mile, increasing customer stickiness through integrated logistics. Now we make a simple comparison about the port-to-port and door-to-door. If the port-to-port, our responsibility is end when the box arrives at the port. And door-to-door is different, it continues until the box reaches the customer warehouse. That's why our revenue will earn extra money from trucking, storage, and logistics services. Now we move to the second part, the horizontal diversification. It focuses on expanding the global footprint. It focuses on increasing market share and geographic reach through strategic M&A without changing the core services nature. With the geographic M&A excellence, Hapag Lloyd does not buy ports everywhere, but it focuses on the strategic gateways. It to control the world's most important trade routes. For example, with the CSAV and SAAM ports, they are vital ports in Chile, in Mexico, in the USA, in Colombia. It makes the Hapag Lloyd the dominant leader in Latin America. Additionally, with 9DAL, this move provides instant access to the African market. This market is a highbrow reason, but high barriers to entry due to the complex local regulations and infrastructure. Moreover, Hapag Lloyd buy the GM base in India because Hapag Lloyd is preparing for the future as manufacturing is moving from China to South Asia. Hapag Lloyd wants to be there first. With the product segment diversification, Hapag Lloyd will invest heavily in one of the world's largest and youngest reefer fleet. Why they do that? Because in regular cargo like clothes or toys, changing a lot with the economy. But moving like medicine or food is better because it brings in more money and people always needed these items even when the economy is bad. With the concentric diversification, the Hapag Lloyd largely prefer to grow by staying close to what they know best, and they choose new businesses that support and strengthen their main shipping business. With the digital, Hapag Lloyd does not invest in unrelated tech. Instead, they invest in IoT and big data. By equipping its entire container filled with real-time tracking sensors, Hapag Lloyd is no longer just selling space on a ship, but it's selling supply chain visibility as a real digital service. with their carbon. Hapag Lloyd is investing in clean fuels like green ammonia and methanol. This is a smart move to avoid paying high carbon taxes in the future. And this green diversification ensures the company's long-term survival in zero-emission regulatory environment. We have the strategic distance from the competitors. Why? Why our competitors are pursuing a composite model is they want to become an end-to-end integration. Hapag Lloyd, they remains a quality liner specialist. Its diversification is designed to support the ship. They not to replace the need for everything. And this is all of our strategic detail. Now we move to the conclusion and recommendation. With quality over quantity, Hapag Lloyd has proven that success in shipping is not about being the richest, but about being the most disciplined. Strategic focus. Hapag Lloyd focus on 100% on being the world's best ocean carrier. They prioritize profit margin and service quality over raw volume. And Hapag Lloyd controlling the north by investing in the terminals. Hapag Lloyd is buying certainty because owning the port means that ship always gets priority. Transforming a chaotic global supply chain into a predictable schedule. And digitalization, Hapag Lloyd's technology isn't just for show. It provides real-time transparency that customers are willing to pay a premium for. And we have some recommend for Hapag Lloyd. The first one is monetize sustainability. The carbon should be a revenue driver. It's not just a cost. They can action like launch a green-only freight for products for big companies, because many big companies, many corporations will pay a green premium to meet their ESG targets. And the second one is independent terminal profitability, because the rapid expansion into the terminal and infrastructure section, it introduces a significant management and government risk. So, the action will success that to maintain a strategic independence between the shipping and terminal divisions. The terminal must remain profitable by serving external customers, and this will ensure the maximum capacity utilization. After all of our talk, we just want talk and we want to focus that. Hapag Lloyd Strategies is a masterclass in focus. They have proven that in a volatile world, you don't need to own the whole road. You just need to own the most important intersections and be the most reliable driver on the map. Thank you for your listening. This is our presentation. If you have any unclear, please do not hesitate to reach out us.